Alrighty, here we go with the finals. It was less than 5 minutes, and they're ready to go. 5 minutes of that. Laura Dintsch, Stacey Tullock in a first to 5 leg battle here at the 35th annual Shoot for the Moon. Your defending champion is Stacey Tullock. Bested Andrea Taylor last year, 2-1. That's right, a massive jump in the format for this one, as we went from last year best of 3 throughout to a best of 5 start, best of 7 after the top 16, or in the top 16 and top 8 semifinals, and then your finals jumping up to the first of 5 leg best of 9. So a true test here for these ladies. We're going to be happy to see it. Stacey's been, like I mentioned it in the last match, she's been waiting a little bit now. I would say probably an hour since she played her semifinal match. Forgetful 26 for Laura. So throw that in the back of her mind, or at least chuck it out of there in general if you can. Seen Stacey start on those 19s often here today. It's may lean towards her starting on the 19s more than the 20s by a small margin. But it could be probably about 50-50. Douglas says, I love the longer formats. Best of 3 just seems too short. Or seems so short. At times it's excellent, but yeah, it gives. It's hard to say. Maybe it gives the better player that chance of losing. I think that the lower level player can jump on someone early, and if they do that in a best of 3, then they're gonna win. And so it gives kind of a fighting chance, per se, at the lower average. But it's pressure-filled, isn't it? It's pressure-filled, and we're seeing that like Champions of Champions overseas. It's crazy. And we saw the Win More World Masters, whereas a best of 3 set. Like what? A best of 3 legs per set. Sorry, I should reiterate that. So, yeah, I mean, I like the longer formats as well, but to sprinkle in a best of 3 here and there is nice. So 63 there for Stacey. 71 remaining. So 51 for double 10 is what I would imagine, but yep, she does go attack it that way. We're back at 161. Not going to be able to find it here, so Stacey should get 2 darts at tops here. We'll see if she can do just that. Oh, yeah, that's not going to work. 27 leaves 27. So, yep, and that's going to be a bust. So back to Laura, who could steal this. It's a hole to throw, but it could kind of feel like a break. Oh, but she bust into the triple 20, and Stacey's like, "What? What are you doing? That was your chance." And once again, misses the big number. She's gone down to 3. In this situation, it's not the first time she's missed the big number. She's done it a few times today already, and she does elect to go ahead and double up on the 11s to leave 32 rather than trying to go for 3 for tops. Her bull was the target there to leave an out. Unfortunately, just not hitting the intended target. So double 8 for Stacey. Who's going to take our 1-0 advantage here? Not yet on Stacey's part. Can Laura do it? She cannot. Kind of a strugglesome start here early in this one. Who's going to be the one to grab it? That one looked promising, but she uses it as a marker and takes the leg. Laura 1-0 up as she holds throw. As I said, not the ideal start to our final here, but a little scrappy, wasn't it? No matter whenever you find yourself in a final, there's got to be a touch of nerves, just a touch. Solid ton from Laura. Finally starting to lose the voice, it looks like. Or it sounds like. Losing my mind as well as we get into what, hour number 10, 11? 10 plus hours of coverage today? We had somebody poke their head in here. Mr. Donnie Lassie. A little local, but let's be honest. A lot of people know Donnie, especially here in the States. Frequenter of both soft and steel tip events. Whenever he can make his way to events, he does. Triple D, as he's known. So it's a couple tough matches early for Stacey. We mentioned that earlier in the broadcast. I mean, she started with a tough competitor in Melissa Wright, besting her 3-1 there with a 61.92. Then you look in the next round, she did skunk her opponent 3-0, but it got interesting once again with Sandy Haas, as she barely scraped by in that one. She got out in front early. Sandy made it interesting for 4-3. So it's been one of those events for Stacey that, if you're gonna go back to back, you might as well do it with a couple tough competitors thrown in the mix, and most of the time you're gonna experience that in a run, right? You have at least a few that you're like, okay, this could go either way. going to have just an easy cakewalk into the finals. Now on the opposite, just kind of taking a peek at Laura's run. She had a tight-knit match up in the top 32 as a 3-2 win over Kate Keithley. She threw a 54.04. And then kind of looking at the top 64 as well. Yeah, she didn't start out there. She started in the top 32, so avoided that one. But yeah, our toughest match so far is definitely her first one of the 3-2. Get a 4-2 victory in the top 16, but has only lost. Would that be 5 legs on the day then for Laura? Not too bad in the longer format. Stacey Stacey 6 legs, so not too much differential on those between the two. Double 16 nailed. First dart for Laura for a 22 dart leg. And she will get the start. So did the lull here affect Stacey potentially? It's never too late to find the groove, though, especially with the extended long play. When you have a best of 9, it's kind of easy maybe to have a few not your best legs, but then you turn around and find it maybe mid-match. Maybe you find it a little bit too late too. That could be the case, but she want to try to gather one on the board. At least make this 2-1 rather than a 3-0 deficit, no doubt. But she's got to start nailing it just like that. Just like that. How about a 180? Not quite, but a great 125. An excellent first start to work off of. Great last there from Laura. At least give yourself some value there of a 62. If you came back with 22, yeah, it's a kind of a stinker. At least a saving grace there on the last. And there you go. Stacey's going to start kicking it in gear here. I feel it. Just needed a leg or two to kind of settle into the match. Just sense a good legging coming from her. Steve saying thank you for your coverage. Been watching all day off and on here from London, Ontario, home of Jim Long. Well, thanks for the comment. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. And yeah, I mean, how about Jim, man? How about Jim? Gets his tour card, oldest to do so for the first time, and then has a couple good little runs here. Is going to make a Euro Tour, or already made a Euro Tour, so we'll see him on the TV. It's pretty good to do in your first month on the tour. Of course, Matt Campbell making a few of those as well. He's having a good year in those qualifiers. All right, Stacey, like I said, kind of starting to piece things together here. Sitting on 113 after 15. Mixed partner Brian Langley watching on in the background. You can see him just creeping in there on our screen. Stacey's confident that this will be her leg here. 72 remaining. Let's see how she goes about this one. I like the 216s myself to leave tops. Hit the 48. Go for the 24. Not quite yet, but she will return with tops. Laura still in the 200s. Oh, that's a difficult one. So now you go 719 wire here. Yeah, that's what her attempt was, and fortunately goes single 16 to still leave the bogey. Can Laura get this 160 to go for 3-0? She will not. Trying to work it in for 2-1. Oh, just on the outside here. I don't think that one is. Is it in? Yeah, I don't think it's quite in on that 18, or it's just she would have went different route. So 78. Meaning there for Laura. Oh man, Stacey keeps giving Laura opportunities here. You gotta take it, Stacey. You gotta take it. Double 4. You gotta make this 2-1 here. Yeah, good stuff. I felt like if she didn't take that, it's gonna be a real mental. It's gonna hurt you. I mean, missing those doubles like that. Yeah, it's just never good. Mention the loss, the losses of legs here. I kind of want to know combined, just overall total of legs they've played today. Because of the extended format. I mean, yes, these ladies have probably played formats in this fashion before, at least a few times in their career. No doubt. This being your second to last events, you got to be if you didn't take the proper steps throughout the day. I mean, I just can't stress this enough. You need to at a tournament, you got to treat it right. I mean, that's what you see. I mean, people that take a quick nap or whatever, it can be a good thing for you. You take a quick one just to kind of recover some of your energy. I mean, we're not sponsored, but I mean, have a Cliff Bar. Eat something during the middle of the day. At least get something in your body for energy, because you need that throughout the duration. I mean, how many times do you go to? There's times where I go to. I've been in a few matches where, come third round, fourth round, I'm kind of feeling a little out of it already. My stamina's taking a hit. Yep, that would be, 98. Grabs the double 19 there. Make it interesting. And how about Laura? There you go. There's a big one. A 180 here in our final. To leave 153. What a shot to do that. Alrighty, here we go. Back-to-back good rounds from Stacey. So it's just a matter of time before we kind of clicked in gear a little bit, right? Hey, Sharon, how's it going? I figured you would be jumping in and out, you know. Honestly, I was a little bit surprised when I saw Larry from a distance Friday. I was like, is that who I think it is? And to see Nick Lindbergh as well. Yeah. I saw your post. I was like, who are those two players coming? And I was surprised it was those in Larry and Nick. So Laura at 108. How will she go on this one? She attacks the 20s. Well, to tie us up, 60 needed for Stacey. Take a closer view at the 20 bed. And she does that. That's twice she's done that one. Not into the double one, but she had a single one last time, I think, sitting on tops in this match. Laura's going to try to take advantage of the opportunity given. Not quite. She wanted tops and ended up having to go with the double 15. And she nails it. 3-1 lead here for Laura Dintsch. Stacey's going to feel so far in this match, her doubles have kind of let her down. She's had some really good finishes in the tournament so far. What was it with Brian earlier today? She had a nice clean 71 on bull. She had a 91, two-darter on 91, 51 for tops. She's had a few. I mentioned Langley. He's still watching on. Supporting his teammate. You can kind of see him there. Two not bad darts there. I was expecting that last one to go right into the triple 20. Really thinking ton there. Fortunately, not the case. Stacey's just trying to find something here. Just a few back-to-back turns of trebles would be nice. She's had I think what, the 98 and the 95, but consistency just, I mean, really from both the players hasn't quite been there yet. Michael Walters just said Laura is actively messaging me back on Facebook in between rounds. I was thinking in between legs. Now that would be something right there. I haven't seen her really grab her phone much, but I guess I haven't been paying attention either. So. Still outside looking in for Stacey, so Laura 106, double 16 on the outside, but she'll return with that number. And a great turn there, 1-3-3 from Tullock. I mean, you can see it leaves her at 41, but it just adds a little bit of pressure and makes Laura think, okay, I got to hit this, and she doesn't come up with it. So Tullock for 3-2. She'll leave the madhouse once again. She smiles it off. I mean, what can you do? You know, you got to smile it off. Know that so far this is just hasn't gone anywhere close to the way you thought it would be if you're Tullock. And Laura's just going to be thinking, one more leg. Give me one more leg. just all over the neighbors. Can't put it in to the trip 19. Again, just a difficult start to this leg until that one there. Laura does find a ton. She pieces together two of them. There you go, Laura. Inching closer to a win here. Laura grabs that dart for Stacey and helps her out. Look at her go. I mean, ton, 83. Saving grace with the last for her to set up the 76. Yeah, and just the story of the match for Stacey. Just played really well up until this final. As Laura will go tops to try to get the win. Not yet. We'll return at double 10. Now Laura jamming out to the jams we got on the by the DJ. We got Tootsie Roll on. Cotton candy, sweet and low. Let me see your Tootsie Roll. And there you go. Laura takes it for the title here as Shoot for the Moon. Stacey's going to take home the second place prize of some good cash going her way. But Laura able to get the win here in this one.